House hunting brings a lot of words to mind, regardless if it's your first time or your fifth time. Words like fun, exciting, stressful, challenging, intimidating, and sometimes all of the above. So before you decide to jump in your car and hit open houses all weekend or spend countless hours on realtor.ca, let me share with you 5 tips that might help make this process a little bit more efficient. My name is Mike Espiritu, and I'm a licensed professional realtor with Keller Williams Capital Realty in the province of New Brunswick, and I service the Greater Moncton and surrounding area. Before we roll into the meat and potatoes of this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos pop up. Also, if you like the content here, I'd greatly appreciate it if you shared this video. You never know if friends, family, or colleagues might benefit from this information as well. So without further delay, let's go. Number 1, work with a realtor. Now you may have already thought this through, but let me expand on this a little bit. Make sure you have your realtor inquire on currently listed properties to see their availability status with who the property is listed with. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see this information yourselves, so get us to do it for you. That's what we're here for. We'll ask things like, is the property still available? Do they have an accepted offer? Did the previous accepted offer fall through because it didn't meet conditions? Are they interested in a backup offer? Is the listing agent planning on holding offers for a certain time and date, or are they going to be presenting offers as soon as they're submitted? Again, typically this info won't be visible to you on realtor.ca, but these answers are pretty easy for us to find out. Leverage your realtor's relationships with other agents in town to see if anyone has upcoming listings that hit your criteria. There also may be some pocket listings or not on MLS listings that might be floating around out there too. And if there are, you won't see them announced, but your realtor might be able to scout them out and get you in for a visit. Oh, one more thing. If you didn't know this already, buyer's agents do not require a fee for you to work with them. How we are compensated has typically already been worked out by the seller and their listing agent. Tip number 2, get onto an auto emailing portal. This will prove to be a massive benefit in your house hunt. By setting you up on our system for automatic emails, it'll give you a customizable view on properties that are already listed within your criteria, as well as put you at the front of the line for when new properties become listed. As there may be some active listings with accepted offers on them already, timing has proven to be of the essence. Having you see a fresh listing will help you plan on getting in there before everybody else does. Most of the time, you might be notified by a new listing with only one photo, but not to worry, more will be uploaded later. But that just goes to show how fast new listings come to you. Tip number 3, cast a wide net. This kind of goes hand in hand with the previous tip I had about your customizable portal. I always explain to my clients that if we're too specific on our criteria, we may miss some amazing listings because of it. Obviously, it'd be great to find the perfect house. The one with the perfect yard in the perfect neighborhood, with the perfect square footage, the year of build, the layout, and a perfect garage. My recommendation is to dial those back to just the absolute must-haves and non-negotiables. Since we don't have a hard industry standard on uploading these listings, getting too specific in your auto mailer criteria might remove some potentials. More oftentimes than not, casting a wider net on your search might turn up a gem of a home that you wouldn't have noticed if you were super specific. I urge you to keep an open mind and let it all flow to you. You'll be able to trash bin the ones that you don't like, as well as mark properties that you're interested in or all out love. You'll also be able to plug some notes in for your realtor to read, and they can also comment behind you. Seeing a lot and making your choices from them is better than seeing some or none at all. Tip number 4, be realistic of your budget. This will save you so much headache down the road for many reasons. Unless you've been living off-grid on a deserted island, Canada's interest rates have risen dramatically in the span of a year. I won't go into detail too much in this video, but if there's one thing for sure, higher interest rates have a direct correlation to impacting your affordability. If they say that life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, then consider not going to the top of your pre-approved budget, especially if it's your first home. Try being more open-minded to homes that might not be totally turnkey and knock your socks off right away. Get into a home that you can see yourself living in. Upgrade it. Pay it down fast to build equity. And by doing this, it'll put you in a much better situation in a couple of ways. First, buying a home that's not at the top of your budget will mean lower mortgage payments. The likelihood is you won't feel spread too thin, and any excess savings you see from not having a massive payment can go towards extra mortgage payments. What does this do? It goes towards your principal, meaning you're paying down your mortgage faster, building equity. Secondly, Homeowners on average look at either upsizing or downsizing their home between 5 to 7 years. Things change and so do needs and requirements. So if you've done a great job of paying down your current mortgage by taking advantage of prepayment options, by the time it comes to sell your home for the next one, you would have built up some equity to roll into the next purchase, ultimately reducing the monthly payment of that home since you're putting more down. Historically, interest rates swing like a pendulum, and if you can avoid stretching yourself out too thin by maxing out your pre-approval budget, it'll make things easier down the road. Lastly, ask early and plan early. Don't wait until you have money saved up before you reach out to the necessary people to start this process. Reach out to the people early. Ask your questions and educate yourselves on what to expect when the time comes. Speak to a mortgage specialist or a broker to find out what programs are available and what might be coming down the pipe. Speak to a law office to see what they require when the time comes and what costs are associated with closing on a home purchase. Contact a licensed home inspector to find out their services and costs so you're more comfortable with the process and why they do what they do. And obviously, last but not least, speak to a realtor early, even though it might be too soon to start hunting. Learn that process and what to expect. Start to build that relationship with the agent and ask them questions to see if they're right for your journey. Be sure to contact the right professionals within their respective industries. And do your homework ahead of time so you don't get surprised. You don't buy a home every other week, so it'll serve you well to be up to speed on undoubtedly the biggest transaction of your lifetime. So everyone, that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Mike Espiritu, a licensed professional realtor with Keller Williams Capital Realty in the province of New Brunswick. I service the Greater Moncton and surrounding area, so definitely feel free to reach out if you have any questions because I'd be honored to help. And lastly, if you appreciated this video, I'd certainly love it if you liked, subscribed, and hit that bell icon to get notified for future videos. Please give this a share as well. You never know who might benefit from this info. Until next time, take care.